Welcome to a casted ladder game of Age of Empires 4. We've got GKS playing as the Yellow Chinese, considered to perhaps be the strongest civilization in the current meta, the most banned civ in Red Bull Wolo. And on the other side of the map, we've got, in the color pink, Beastyqt. You guys know him. He needs no introduction. Third/4th place winner at Red Bull Wololo Legacy. And he is playing as the Ottomans, the Ottowans. Now, this is Forest Ponds, not a map we see a ton. It's often on the banned map list. Let's talk about those maps. No, we're not going to talk about those maps right now because they're terrible. But he opens up with the military school, doing some long-distance chopping. Interesting strategy. He does have some straggler trees here, but he is... Maybe that's what his intention was there. But, anywho, he does have his military school, training up this spearmen, and he has dropped down a lumber camp. He has currently 4 villagers gathering food. Now, this map, it's got trade or coastal trade posts in each corner, essentially, which is kind of interesting. And it also has 4 sacred sites, as you can see in all of the sides, and it also has deep water fish, which is the best gather rate in the game. And there's 3 of those in each of the ponds. So, as much as I don't really enjoy this map, I can say it's quite symmetrical for the most part, and I like to see that. Bring back some sheep right now. A lot of villagers on wood, so 8 on wood. I can only imagine that he's going for a dock next, perhaps. Or, I mean, could be a barracks, but yeah, he is going for a dock currently right now. Heading on off. Whoop, thought he was going north. Maybe going south now? A little bit of indecision. Okay, so that's going to be a dock down there on the western pond. Oh, it's 4 lakes, isn't it? That's what it's 4 lakes. They're ponds. Okay, they are ponds in this case. You know, you can't insult a lake by calling it a pond or vice versa. But, okay, now he's going for a little bit of gold. Large gold vein in base. Holy mackerel. 8,000 gold there on that gold vein. Let's see what GKS is up to. He's got one of those Chinese villages. Now, this provides a total of 40 population, which is a lot of pop. But look at that! Beastie's already over here with his spearmen that trained for free. Man, those scouts whistle so loud in your ear. I zoomed in and went deaf. Dropping down in Imperial Academy, so we'll be aging up. Now, part of the reason why China is very good right now is because of this little change that's gone on to the town center. So, if you guys haven't seen in the latest update, well, you can't really see it in here in the observer UI, but here I'll pop on out to show you. So as you can see here, town centers now cost 400 wood and 350 stone, and they also take 2 minutes and 30 seconds to build. So that's an additional 50 stone you have to get, and it also takes longer to build. While China, they've got their Song Dynasty they can get once they get their second landmark down, and they can just stay in 1 TC and have the power of 2 TCs while pressuring you heavily. Or if you make that investment to go for that second TC, you know, they're just doing better off because that Song Dynasty. So it's a little bit of a change that part of why it has made China really strong. But Spearman, he's getting some good hits on these villagers, making them low HP. It doesn't look like he's really going to get any of them for right now, but could make some easier raiding targets for later on. Perhaps some Sipahi could come in here, or, you know, really late on, maybe some knights or something. And let's see over here. We've got Beastyqt getting his gold slowly but surely. Still quite a ways off since he went for a fishing opening there. So he is also going for another dock. So he went for a double dock opening. Wow. And has 9 villagers currently on wood. There we go. Imperial Academy is down. GKS has reached the feudal age. Let's see what he does next. Now, he isn't gathering any stone, which would indicate perhaps an additional town center. Might be able to get that spearman if he gets one more shot. Looks like he was not able to get that one. Okay, so it looks like he's going to go straight for that Barbican because he's got 200 gold, 700 food saved up. he's likely going to be dropping a Barbican down. Now, where will he do that? Will he go towards his enemy's base? Nope. He's going to keep it nice and close here at home. Barbican being dropped down. Beastyqt sees that right now. Spearman actually going to get a little bit of harassment on the outer edge of that Barbican. Moving down the south side. Okay, now he'll be repairing that. There we go. Townsend makes some fire. Okay, so he's got a defensive Barbican. It is, in fact, a defensive landmark, though we've seen it in many offensive scenarios. GKS is going to be staying home. Now, what this will do, since he will have both of his landmarks, that puts him in the Song Dynasty, which I can't really show you that beautiful UI. Oh, let's pop out. Let's look at it. Song Dynasty. Okay, let's take a look at that bad boy. Here it is. Wait, does it not show you in this mode either? Ah, I guess it doesn't. Ah, I thought it might. But I guess it doesn't. Anywho, it increases their villager production speed and allows the Sukunu here at the archery range. 20 food, 30 wood, and 30 gold. He's currently macroing for a little bit of gold and has a barracks. This could be a Sukunu spam, although he has trained an archer thus far. So maybe not. It's been very popular as just to spam the heck out of those Jugnus and go wreak havoc on your enemy. Now, Beastyqt, getting a lot of gold right now in the second age. Kind of looks like he's thinking about going fast castle. I mean, 10 villagers on gold with Ottomans. There's not a ton to do with that gold. I mean, yes, you can get your eco upgrades. He does actually already have the, it does look like he is getting his double broadaxe. Let's see, did he go for wheelbarrow? Yeah, he's getting that as well. So I still say it's fake news. I've heard like some content creators and some other people say like, well, wheelbarrow's dead. Nobody's getting wheelbarrow anymore. And I don't know. I watched a Marine Lord game yesterday. He went for wheelbarrow. Watched Beastyqt today. Went for wheelbarrow. I don't know what these people are talking about. They're trying to make something out of thin air, but seems like wheelbarrow is alive and well. Snoopa said he tested it and that wheelbarrow outperformed double broadaxe. Yeah, and look at this, going for forestry. So that isn't wheelbarrow. That means they'll chop down the trees faster. An interesting upgrade to get so early. I guess it is cheaper now. Okay, now we've got 2 archery ranges for the Chinese. Also dropping down a dock. Now look at this, taking advantage of these deep water fish. That's gonna put Beastie's eco in a great spot. Now you can see he does have less villagers, but look at the food per minute right now. BC's doing really well with food because he's got all these deep water fish set up. Why would wheelbarrow be dead? You can really notice if you forget. I don't know. I just saw random people saying that wheelbarrow wasn't important anymore, and I don't know. All the professional games I've been watching, they still are getting wheelbarrow. I think people were maybe testing out, skipping it, but for the most part, it seems to be really, really popular still. Okay, BC continuing to get gold. Does look like he'll be going to the castle age. So only 1 military school. A unique build. You're used to seeing Ottomans with all their military schools out on the map. It's not looking like GKS is feeling super aggressive either. I mean, he has his 2 archer ranges, but isn't training a ton of archers right now. I mean, I guess he's got 2 Zugnu at a time coming out, but this isn't going to be fast enough to do any heavy pressure. So I kind of feel like BC's in a good spot because he went for a double dock boom from the opening. He is now aging up with the Mehmed Imperial Armory, which will slowly train some siege units. And I'm assuming a blacksmith probably dropped down here soon to increase the work rates of those buildings. Already working through that wood line. He's on the stone now there in the back line. I would imagine he'll start adding in some military schools now in the next age. You can add 1 military school per age. So as he hits castle, he could have a total of 3 military schools out there. And then also there's a vizier point, which can give you an additional military school. So he could have up to 4 likely at this point. I don't really know which ones he sent, but it looks like he maybe sent the, well, he definitely sent the Meter. It looks like, because it's, yeah, it has the speed bonus. So he sent the Meter vizier point first. Okay, there we go. Get the Imperial Armory. Boom, he gets another vizier point. I'm thinking he's going to drop down some military schools, but we'll see here in just a moment. What was I going to say? I had a thought. Oh, Snoopa brought up a good point to me. He says, well, and he's right, that the building rams actually is worth a lot of vizier points, or experience towards vizier points. 2 villagers go down. So if you go for an aggro Ottoman build, if you build a ram or 2, you'll very quickly get your vizier points in. Okay, so has to cancel that military school. Blacksmith doesn't get completed. This was a perfect time for GKS to pressure here right now. So Beastyqt has lost 2 villagers right now. Zugnu Archer's getting close. He might lose a few more. They unfortunately aggroed the lumber camp. I don't know if that's a change in the prioritization, but I have noticed my military prioritization, which is something they changed in the last patch. I've noticed it doing unexpected behavior. Like you would have thought the villagers would have got attacked there, but they shoot the nearest target. They go for lumber camp. 1 villager goes down. Has now lost a total of 4 villager GKS. A 5th villager. Oh my gosh. I mean, this isn't a massive force. BC just went for a naked fast castle and hasn't been able to contest this. Wow. That's a lot of dead villagers. Cancels that military school. Looks like lumber camp going on the other side. So, his food eco is still doing quite good because of the fishing out here. What's he going to drop down there? It looks like some archer ranges there on the right side. Spearman working them down. It looks like that blacksmith will be going down. So Beastie, some stone in the bank. Looks like he could be in a little bit of trouble losing. You can see down here, 6 villagers have been killed, which is, I mean, always massive. Especially, if I got 6 villagers off of Beastyqt, I would consider that a win, no matter what happens for the rest of the game. But that's hard to do. Okay, GKS gathering lots and lots of gold, has also reached the castle age with the astronomical clock tower, training up a spring gold. I think he anticipates that mangonel is going to be popping out, and it is in fact about to come out. Those Sabahi trying to get into that battle, but those Zugnu, not to mention spearmen, have another plan for him. And oh my gosh, just as he's finishing them on the other side, he loses a villager. These things just shred villagers. 2 villagers go down. 3 villagers go down. He is just bleeding. Oh my gosh, this is going to be massive. He is losing so many villagers. Look at this count. 13 villagers, 14 villagers. Everyone knows volleys. He's losing some, but Sabahi get in there, and they're finally going to be able to kill Zugnu, but they have done so much damage. GKS in a commanding position. 16 worker kills, 27 villagers versus the 63 of GKS. Okay, now I'm not confident. Yeah, that count does not include the fishing ships. Because look, we can see right here, there's 28 villagers right there. Okay, so don't forget, we got, 8 fishing boats over here. We've got 9 fishing boats over here. So while it looks doom and gloom, his economy is still doing pretty good. Because he doesn't account for those fishies up there. It's kind of unfortunate. Hopefully it gets changed soon. I'm confident it will. The folks over at Capture Age are a great team. I've been very impressed with their work so far with this improved UI. And this is just, iteration 1. There'll be some nice patches on it. I'm sure it'll get all those details we're looking for soon. Hopefully some dynasty info. Hopefully some vizier points and all that good jazz. Okay, we've got a nest of bees coming out. Spring gold, nest of bees, Shuganu, spearmen, and some palace guards in there. Looking at the military graph, 32 on the field for Beastie, GKS with 30. Now, I don't know if he's going to anticipate GKS having a spring gold so early on. He does have that mangonel. Oh my gosh, is that a villager? A villager is currently sieging down that dock. It'll take quite some time, but they are in fact doing it. Beastyqt. Let's see look at this perspective. Okay, this is what they can see. Can Yellow see him? He can. Springo takes a shot. One shot at that mangonel. Might not have time to react. Another shot and he'll be down. Does he get it? Micro's in time. Does he pull villagers repair? He is going to keep that mangonel alive, at least for now. Nest of bees might fire off there on the villagers. Villagers taking some firework damage, but looks like they're... Oh, Palace Guard's getting in there. He's going to lose a few more. Oh, man. The eco for Beastie has been rough this whole game. Well, fishing eco has been great. Villager eco, not so much. Okay, he's trying to protect this mangonel, dropping a keep on the back line. But remember, folks, keeps take longer to build now. 15 villagers, though, going to be working on that. Should go up quite speedy. Palace Guard's getting in position. I don't think he's going to be able to keep this mangonel alive. Mangonel goes down. Springle gets a shot along with the Palace Guards. Palace Guard's now working on those villagers on the keep. 1, 2, 3, 4 villagers go down. They're getting shredded by Palace Guards right now. That keep is nowhere close to getting finished. You can really feel how much slower those keeps build right now. And it looks like GKS might be running the field with Beastyqt. Those Palace Guards pushing in right now, killing Meters along with archers. Oh my gosh. Nest of Bees flying out. I can't believe this is a live ladder game. GKS is really taking Beastyqt to task, but we know China's really strong. So, you know what? I don't know if the 2 dock strategy he didn't have enough military to guard it or what it's been, but GKS is looking really good. Beastyqt, of course, hanging on as he always does. He has 5k food in the bank. Kind of weird, right? He's got 5k food, 18 villagers versus the 74 villagers of GKS. Again, he's still on the water. Currently, that Metamed Imperial Armory is going down. It does look like he deals with the remaining troops that GKS had in there. Is going to save that armory. And let's see what happens here. Beastyqt's definitely a guy that you can... He might be down a little bit sometimes, but you can never count him out. He just keeps going. He's like the Energizer Bunny. Okay, Sapahi coming in here. They've got lots of HP, 135 HP, 2 ranged armor. So they will absorb 2 damage from each of those shots. And he's going to be just doing a little bit of raiding on the Chinese, although it looks like Chinese have 78 villagers versus the 20 of Beastyqt. I almost wonder if like Beastyqt should try to somehow get on these water and try to take these deep water fish. He has plenty of food. I mean, 5k food. I mean, jeez. That could be enough to keep him alive here for a while. We look at the economy over here of GKS. 200 food, 700 wood, 200, 300 for... Oh, he bought something. Okay, he looks like getting a fishing upgrade right now for GKS. So he's starting to work on... Well, these fish have been up here for a while, I guess. Okay, so what's he going to do next? Turtling up a little bit. And I don't know if turtling back versus China is something you want to be doing a whole lot. China, one of the best late game civs. Will we see a great bombard is what we always ask ourselves. I don't think I've seen a single great bombard produced in all of the games that I have been casting since the Anniversary Edition released. And the Ottomans, I just think people, they don't believe in the bombards. Scout getting in on some action here out here. Only does 1 damage. Scouts have been nerfed. They used to do 2 damage. They now do 1 damage. Archer goes down. A few Lancers moving in. Just what BC needs. Another villager raid. He's only got 22. Let's see if GKS can make that into the teens. Dropping him down to 20 villagers. Looks like he will hit 19 villagers. Wow, this is massive. Doesn't even look like he's trying to pull them right now. Oh, that really hurts. I don't see him miss raids like this right now. I don't know if he's just given up all hope on his villagers, but he's down to 13 villagers at the 18-minute mark. That's not a sight you see every day. Keep dropping now. Looks like the remaining 12 villagers are building a keep out on the gold line. He continues to hang on. Mehmed Imperial Armory going to likely go down. I'm not sure if he's going to get that spring gold out. He's got 22 seconds. Yeah, that thing is slowly dying or rapidly dying. He does have a force here. He looks like he's going to go for a little bit of push. Sabahi there, along with some archers and crossbows. He does have a Meter in the mix. 3 spring golds, 3 rams. Landmark victory approaching as 1 falls down. The armory goes down. Looks like the spring gold did not make it out. Okay, Rams moving in on the capital town center. These would be his remaining landmarks. Just these right here. Bringing in the veteran Spahi. Let's see what he's able to do. We do have Blacksmith. He only has his first ranged armor upgrade. Doesn't have the second one. Springgold going down. We do see the archers and crossbows working on those infantry. He's microed his Spahi back as to not take the full force of the spearmen, but the spearmen have done some damage to him while this has been going on. Springgold's on the back line, taking shots, although not doing a ton of work there. Beastyqt's army appears to be winning this fight. He'll need to take out these rams, of course. He has a lot of ranged units. But it might not be enough. What is this? We have an incursion to the southeast. A little villager raid, or rather a big villager raid. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can see some of those worker kills. He's killed a total of 9 compared to the 46 villagers that have been killed of Beastyqt's. Chat asking, who is GKS? Is it somebody Smurf? I can tell you it is not. GKS is a fellow AoE3 player. You know, I played a lot of AoE3 before I got into AoE4. I used to play with him all the time. I've played some team games with him too. And he's been playing a ton of AoE4 ever since it came out. And a very good player. Now, you know, all due respect to GKS, he's very good. I don't think he is as skilled of a player as Beastyqt, but any player can take a win on the right day and the right moment with the right matchup, you know. So as of right now, he's looking very, very strong. But villagers right now, or I'm sorry, crossbows taking lots of shots from the clock tower nest of bees. Yeah, he's also a streamer. Yeah, of course, yes. Make sure to check out his Twitch stream. His twitch.tv/ I think it's just GKS. I don't know if it's GKS AoE. Somebody can confirm that, but yeah, a good guy. A great question, because a lot of people, you know, there's so many Smurf accounts on the ladder. You never know when you see someone just like, you know, raiding 46 of Beastyqt's villagers, and you haven't heard of them before. You wonder what's up with that, right? But he's been around the block. Okay, we've got Sabahi trying to raid himself back into this game. BC still has food despite being 22 villagers. He's got resources, and he's been taking really, really good fights. If we look at some of this, he's killing villagers right now. He's backed this Chinese army back. Some very good micro in these fights, killing a lot of villagers here. Now, he still has 77 villagers, but look at that number. It's up to 23, 24. So, a very good fight. Okay, we've got crossbows taking some shots at the knights. What is that? It looks like he's trying to take out the dock. See, so BC's still on his 2 docks, so he might have 24 villagers, but he still has plenty of fish in the sea. Okay, and it looks like his military schools have been training knights. So he got that vizier point so he could train knights, and has been getting those free knights essentially. So he can actually survive with a little bit less eco because he can just keep those knights coming. Going for a raid, this is what BC will really excel at as we get into the later stages of these games. Trying to raid himself in would be massively impressive if he was able to do this. Just like, you don't typically lose 46 villagers early on and do very well through the game, but he's holding his own. We'll see if he can do something magical here. We've got 5 knights going for a raid. Will they pick anything up? I'm going to keep my eye on that mini-map to see if they do anything. It looks like GKS has 2 nest of bees. 2 nest of bees up there. No siege out on the field for Beastyqt. I like it's very easy to see what units are out here. I'm used to using the old non-existent overlay, and this is just great. It does all the work for us. We can just watch the cinematic view of the knights. Now here, let's get chat really riled up. What do you guys think about camera rotation in observed games? Whoa. I was watching the chat during Red Bull Wallow, and people lose their freaking minds when you rotate the camera. And I kind of love trolling people with it. But there we go, a nice cinematic view of the villagers getting taken out by the knights right now. And you know, if you don't like rotating cameras, that's just too damn bad. Knights continuing to move in, getting up on those villagers. Down they go. So Beastyqt doing some work here, working to raid his way back into the game. Look at this, he's almost caught up to the raid numbers of GKS. BC heading down to the south. Up to the north side. GKS moving into the base of Beastyqt. Lots of Zhugnus. He's got palace guards, spearmen, and nest of bees. Okay. Let's see what'll happen here. Nest of bees firing off. Town center at about just under a half TC HP. Let's see if he's able to do this. A decent Ottoman force here. Also some raids on the other side. So BC trying to raid, staying on those wood lines, getting raids as well. Here, look at this. Doing a great job at raiding. He is almost caught up on this villager count of raids at least. I mean, still down up here, but impressive none the least, right? Both players have had massive villager losses. I love that we see statistics now. It'll be a matter of can he clean up this army. So we got nest of bees firing off at the town center. Now he didn't repair his armory, so So he could be in a landmark snipe scenario. He might be doing better in the eco and the military front, but he has to clean up this armory. We see a keep being dropped down by China right now. Now, of course, China, they'll build faster than the other civs. Zugnu going to be kiting back, trying to take out these Knight Spearmen, coming to answer them. If Beastyqt can hold this fight, it put him in a very good position. Nesta Bees firing off, though, on those ranged units. The Nesta Bees do bonus damage against them. Look like the Knights have been cleaned up, and this is not looking very good for Beastyqt. Rams moving in. They'll try to finish off the town center. Spearmen charging forward. Nesta Bees continue to fire up on the villagers. Those villager destructions numbers have been matched, essentially. We got a warning going off because you guys look at this. Actually, the map will send off attack warnings if they're playing the drums at your buildings. But what is this? Beastyqt taps out GKS with some amazing gameplay. Of course, a very good civilization. We know China's very strong, a feared civ by many of the pros right now. But absolutely a fun live game to get to witness here. So props to GKS on the big win here. And I'm sure Beastyqt will be ready for that next one. If you enjoyed this casted game and you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button and say hello down in our comment section. We'll see you in the next one.